We love hip hop.
Salute to Bag Fuel. They're out here kicking Math Hoffa's back in right now.
Bag Fuel, baby.
But what is the concept of a plant though, Jamar? Like, because people hear that word
all around now.
Yeah.
What is the
that's
concept
how
of
we
a
do
plant?
it. It's a conversation, not an interview.
Because I know people hear that word. We understand what it is. For especially
It means somebody who's been inserted to try to guide and to try to guide things in a certain way.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And they're given unlimited funds and unlimited resources in order to try to achieve their goal.
But what is the purpose of putting a sexy red out? Tell me, what's the end all and be all
to fuck
everybody?
Up.
So did Little Kim?
These guys have great audio and sound right now. Audio and visuals right now.
Fuck everybody up too.
She was a plant. She was
Little Kim was
hold
a
on.
plant.
She was a seed. I'm gonna say she was a seed.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yo, let him finish.
You got to cut it out, Lord Jamar. I'm gonna let you land.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
She was the grandmother of fucking up all these fucking broads. Like when she got up there and spread her legs out like that and said, I take it in the butt, what? She fucking opened the door for all these girls to be whores. Then who was the next one that followed behind her? Nicki Minaj. And
You got to be very specific when you're saying industry plant. That's not industry plant action. Or is it? Did the industry plant them to mess up society? X-Files sounds needed for that.
And
let him speak.
Yeah.
Come on,
And hold up, this the first time the cameraman I interviewed her. I never seen the cameraman get to speak. But okay, let's go.
Space Ghost, like
She's been around since the 70s with this shit.
Okay.
Like, come on.
I hear you. I'm just like,
Get to it.
about Lord Jamar.
No, I'm asking you. They've been spreading their legs since the 70s. So Pam Grier's a plant too?
But hey,
was she?
Challenge him.
Was she?
black
Why
exploitation.
do you think they call it black exploitation, sir?
He's spitting.
What do you think they was trying to fuck up at that time? You know what was prevalent at that time?
The family.
The Black Power movement. The Black is Beautiful movement. The Black Arts movement. Soul Train. Black people had mad shit in power at that time. They didn't like that. Let's fuck it up with immoral shit. Black.
Gang, I might have to back up a little bit. Boop, boop, boop. Jamal's spitting right now. Let him spit.
Black people before
Pause.
that, at the civil rights movements, we were some of the most moral people that you'd ever want to find. After the 70s and that whole black exploitation shit,
Single mother.
we was on some bullshit.
In the 60s, it was a
And
lot
yes,
of families.
Hip hop came out of that bullshit too,
Land the plane.
which is why it
Land the plane.
gravitated to a lot of bullshit.
So can you blame it?
Huh?
Can you blame it?
Because
I
think
mean,
about
we
it.
always have
You're
to.
saying
No.
they're
Let him
now.
land.
It's what you talked to.
Right.
Yes.
It is.
And,
You're right. But
and early on, you said
Right.
we need a disruption.
right. So now let's
Okay.
disrupt the foul shit.
Bring it.
Let's disrupt the foul shit. Because just because something's part of your DNA doesn't mean that you have to continue it. See, you could have an ancestor who killed mad people. That doesn't mean you have to keep doing it because you know that killing's wrong. So why the fuck would you continue that in your DNA? You create your DNA every day with the choices you make. DNA. You feel me?
I think our reward system is fucked up, though.
Right. They're rewarding the foul shit
Because if we think
and
about
punishing the truth teller.
yes.
He might got a point right there. Because where we at from Lil Kim, from Lil Kim to Nicki Minaj to Sexy Red and Ice Spice and all that we got now, yeah, there might be a concerted effort that might be going on the low.
Like, I saw the interview with Dr. Umar talking about how Columbus Short wouldn't date a woman who didn't have a father in her life because of what the trauma comes with it.
Right.
But then he also said,
From jail, I got money.
you get penalized.
You're too lyrical.
Think about, and you're from the era. If you didn't have bars, you couldn't even come out the house and say you a rapper.
Now it's like, oh, that guy's a metaphysical, whimsical type of rapper. Really still breaking records in the strip
This
club.
is where this is
Jamal, the girls,
I
see it.
This young
I don't go to strip
young
clubs.
generation, but this is what I'm saying. They're basing their music and basing their vibe upon what rocks off in the strip club.
And so
across the country,
right, so now
Mississippi,
and so that's bad.
New York.
They're using that as the metric
That's the
of
metric.
what's popping.
Mhm.
How could this ever improve
I'm telling.
if we gotta test our records out in a fucking harlot's den?
But can I say
Like,
this?
what kind of shit is this?
But let me say this.
He's talking facts. I'll give you guys one critique as far as bag fuel. Y'all gotta let the guests cook. I know y'all do something different. It's more of a conversation than an interview, but even in those conversational type interviews, you gotta let the guests cook. These niggas be interrupting this nigga way too much because Jamar's cooking.
Showcase the hip hop anymore.
Except
This
where
is all they give it.
Debauchery.
where the most freakiest shit is going on.
And
that's a problem.
And then you
Because
know
that's
this.
not where hip hop didn't start on the pole. I mean, it was a light pole, but it was no broads was swinging down
Bring it
it.
down from it.
We never know.
But then the issue is this. And you know this because you've been a major rapper that knows what's involved with money.
This is kind of the issue that they were having over there at My Expert Opinion. When these niggas be interviewing people at My Expert Opinion, the other niggas in the background, Heineken, all these niggas, they wouldn't shut the fuck up and let the guests cook. And I can see that maybe being an issue with them in Math. I don't know if that's why they obviously parted ways. Like, I'm sure there was way more than just interrupting the guest. But these niggas like, we'll just start our own shit and interrupt the guest all we want. I know that's not the point of this video or this reaction right here, but goddamn. But anyhow, is Jamar spitting facts? Were people like Lil Kim and Nicki Minaj later on planted by the powers that be to further divide the black family in the future? Because when you really think about it, none of these raps are really enforcing family, right? A lot of the raps that I'm hearing, and no disrespect to the ladies out there, but the popular ladies rap that I hear is take a nigga for his money. We don't need you niggas. What else? I'm F-R-E-E, nigga free. Yeah. I agree with that. Stay away from fuck niggas. That's I agree with that. But a lot of the sentiment is just pushing sex and pushing things that are just not conducive to a family in the future. And don't get me wrong, nobody ain't trying to hear no family raps in the club. But as far as when it comes to the ladies, somebody like Rhapsody, ain't nobody really talking about her, and she has some of her music. Her music is better than all of these chicks to me, right? But they ain't pushing her shit, right? She might, be able to go get an award and stuff like that, and be accomplished in ways. But ain't nobody pushing a new Rhapsody video in people's faces. They're not reposting that on the timeline. They're posting Ice Spice doing the bend over, you know, hold her pum pum move. Like, that's not even a bar. That's just her just bending over and covering her crack. Like, this is what we've been deduced to at this point when it comes to the whole hip hop game. Especially, and I don't want to be piling on the ladies, but especially when it comes to the women. I'll give y'all some bail. Niggas ain't talking about shit neither. Right? Smoking on this guy. A lot of the niggas lyrics be shit too. Okay, so y'all are both equally doing a lot of trash. And we're not going to act like this is just a now thing. Rappers been rapping about debauchery for a long time. I used to be one of them. Okay, a lot of my raps are just drugs this, I'll shoot you in the face that, you know, more drugs this, you know, smash some bitches, ray tay tay tay. But that's what's hot. And that's what I was living. But even besides what I was living, you embellish and you add on to that type shit because that's what's hot. You know what I'm saying? Is it society's fault? Or has society been designed to believe that that's what's hot? I've been in the game for a long time too, just like Lord Jamar. I used to listen to Lord Jamar as a rapper when he was down with Brand Nubians. And in those times, Brand Nubian was popping. This is the 90s. One for all and all for one. Brand Nubians. They were like on some super Afrocentric type shit. And Grand Poobah was my favorite rapper. But at those times, that was the move. That's what was popular. Keep in mind, hip hop was in a way different place. By the time these guys got to, let's say, the late 90s, they were talking about punks jump up to get beat down. But if you look at Brand Nubians right here, in this thumbnail right here, they got African colors and stuff. Right? Look at this shit. Look at these guys. Just to give you an idea, Grand Poobah over here with the looking fly with he didn't have the whatchamacallit, the Tommy Hill in that. Lord Jamar over here with his dread cap on, looking real Rasta-ish. Right? These guys are showing Haile Selassie in the video. What's the view count on this? God damn. Atlantic Records. This is courtesy of Atlantic Records. 663,000 views from 14 years ago. Oh my God. Where have we gone? We've lost our way. Holy shit. Big salute to Flower Buds. Salute from the UK. Yes, sir. Wow. Lord Jamar might be right. Brand Nubian. Well. Holy shit. Hold on. Let me let Lord Jamar get his shit off. And I caught somebody came about to get your purses and rhyme and take that home and slam and do me well with the jaw. Every time I rock a rhyme, show Jamal's intellectual. Girls wanna get sexual. I guess I have like damn. Every time I try to kick a rhyme and show you I'm an intellectual, girls try to get sexual. Like, gosh, garly darn. Like this is what people were rapping about in the early 90s. Like, no, listen to my intellect. We don't have time for sex right now, shorty. And this was a hit. This is playing on the radio. Show Jamal's intellectual. Girls wanna get sexual. I guess I have to cope with being so dope. You wanna be me, but can't see me with a telescope. Niggas is righteous,
So
bro.
tight, I get calluses. Your analysis is that the Lord will.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get copyright for this. But let me check the poll over here quick fast and see the temperature. Was Nicki Minaj an industry plant? 60% says yes, 40% says no. And let's keep in mind, not in the industry plant way where a lot of people have those the industry plant terms. You know, the record companies planted you, you didn't do the hard work before, they just plopped you in there and try to make people think that you just came up from a hard struggle, but you know, they planted you the whole time. We're clear on that that meaning for industry plant. We're not talking about that. I think he's even going deeper. Okay, when he's talking about the industry, he's not just talking about the music industry. He's talking about the music industry in collaboration with the government and the powers that be to make sure that the black family doesn't exist anymore. When you're talking in that sense, I might have to agree on that whole industry plant thing. It's not just a Lil Kim thing, or it's not just a Nicki Minaj thing. It's all of the super gangster rappers that came in afterwards. Like I mentioned, Brand Nubians had to switch up in the latter parts of their career and start talking about punks jump up to get beat down, because the rap game was starting to go into a more violent direction. You know what I mean? If you ain't talking that tough shit, if you ain't keeping it real, and this is a 90s term, keeping it real is not some shit that just came up now. That shit was from the 90s. If you wasn't keeping it real at some point in time, niggas wasn't trying to hear all that peace, love shit. That was like 91, 92. Okay? With the Native Tongues and Tribe Called Quest and De La Soul and them niggas had hits. But by the time we got to 94, 95, look, I don't get me wrong, I loved all this shit. But Black Moon was talking about buck him down. Mobb Deep was, you know, what did Prodigy say? R.I.P. Rock you in your face, stab your nose, stab your brain with your nose bone. This shit. Rock you some Steven Seagal shit. And all them niggas talked about was guns. You know what I mean? So, and that was starting to get pushed further into the forefront. Diddy and all them niggas came in with all the shiny shit. Let's just party. And look at Diddy now. So Lord Jamar may have a point when it comes to the whole industry plant in a bigger sense of the term. I am mad at him. Big salute to Lord Jamar. Him and Vlad need to link up again. That's what I need to see. Vlad and Lord Jamar doing another set of interviews. I understand that these guys are standing on business. When Vlad he had some things to say about the Minister Farrakhan. Lord Jamar, Godfrey, a bunch of people separated from Vlad. However, I think they can bury the hatchet at some point in time. They could talk behind the scenes, and I would love to see Lord Jamar, Vlad TV link up again, because he been cooking lately. But yeah, salute to Lord Jamar.
We love hip hop.